Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
YouTube, what is good? Welcome to Philly Take with our big home of the hottest sports takes, presented to you by yours truly. You guys already know the deal. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe to help spread this content to great Philadelphia fans like yourselves. So another day of free agency gone, technically the first day, if you exclude tampering, of free agency gone, effective at 4 p.m. earlier today. Deals were able to be finalized and actually agreed upon. And, I was trying to wait to make this video just to see if the Eagles would do anything, but another day gone. Now 3 days in, and the Eagles are fairly quiet. I know we got Javon Hargrave, we re-signed Nate Sudfeld, we brought Mills and McLeod back, but overall, another day of just not too much of, really anything, and we're expecting a lot more to happen, and really just not a lot happening right now. I want to get some other news out of the way first. First off, Nick Foles to the Bears. He's been traded from Jacksonville. I think they gave up on him a little too quickly. I know they restructured his contract now a little bit in Chicago, but he's still going to get his big boy dollars. Shout out to Nick. The last time he actually won a game was the double doink game in Chicago when the Eagles played there in the playoffs, and that was one of the greatest moments of Nick Foles, besides the Super Bowl and all. That was a pretty awesome game, and I will never forget that 4th and 1 to Golden Tate in the end zone. That was unbelievable. Shout out to Nick. I think he's going to do great things in Chicago with Matt Nagy. I think they're expecting him to come in and be the starter. Him and Trubisky are going to go at it, but I think that veteran presence is what the Bears need, especially with how Trubisky regressed. Shout out to Nick, man. We will always love you here in Philadelphia. I wish you the best of luck. Shout out to Foles, man. He's going to get an opportunity once again. The next news kind of pertains to the Eagles. Malcolm Jenkins, he signs with the New Orleans Saints. Now, we know he started and played some good years, won a Super Bowl with the Saints. He heads back there, and, I really didn't know what really to think until I saw the contract. And he signs for 4 years, $32 million with the Saints. He's 32 years old, and that has honestly made me even more angry about the situation. I already wasn't happy that Malcolm left. He's the heartbeat of this defense. He's been that dude. He's played so much, doesn't get hurt. These guys look up to him, and I understand it's a business decision. I understand why we let him go. But now seeing this, apparently he was asking the Eagles for $12 to $13 million a year, and he ends up taking $8 million a year from the Saints. Maybe it was because he wanted to go back to a system he was familiar with. He's only played with the Saints and the Eagles. Maybe he thinks they have a good chance to win. I mean, I'm sure other teams expressed interest in Malcolm Jenkins, and I'm sure he wanted more money. I don't know if the Eagles were willing to kind of meet him in the middle there at the $10 million range. I don't know if we were just, we had already had our minds up on letting him go. But it's sad to see him go, especially to an NFC, rival and contender. And I think he's going to do great things for the Saints. I think he still has a lot left in the tank. Obviously, he knows, kind of that system there. And, it sucks. It sucks seeing Malcolm Jenkins go, especially when we have Mills and McLeod now who are expected to step and be our main safeties. I know they're saying we're trying to get younger, but let's keep in mind Rodney McLeod is 29 years old, so you're not really getting too much younger. But I understand it. Malcolm Jenkins probably asked the Eagles for maybe 3 to 4 years. We were probably only willing to give him 1, maybe 2. And we were giving him less money than what he wanted. Now, the Saints have given him, like I said, 4 years. So he probably went there based on the fact that he's probably going to end his career there. Depending on how these next few years go. He gets $16.25 million guaranteed with the Saints. We still need to find that dude on defense. We need a playmaker. And that brings us to the next point. We have been too quiet on corners and linebackers. I mentioned this before yesterday on a stream, and I'm going to continue it. Because I'm seeing all day, every half hour, I'm refreshing Twitter, maybe even shorter than that, and I'm seeing another linebacker go off, another corner go off. Wide receiver, okay, we will address that in the draft, and hopefully we will hit on a couple good wide receivers. But corners and linebackers aren't as stacked in the draft. I don't see the Eagles going up to trade in the top 10 to get Jeff Okudah. I don't see us trading in the top 12 to get an Isaiah Simmons. Why are we so quiet? people are saying that we're taking a step back and we're trying to rebuild. I wouldn't go that far. There's still a lot of free agency left to play out. The season isn't going to start till September, okay? There's still time. We can still build this roster, make trades, do all that, and the third. But come on, man. Howie, you got to put your foot down. The last couple years, you've went out and you made moves. And it's gotten a little less each year. And now we are so quiet through the first 3 days of free agency. I need to see more aggression from this front office. You know, I'm seeing corners like Desmond Trufant. I thought the Eagles would probably look at a guy like him. He goes off to play for the Lions. Chris Harris, earlier, his final two were the Chargers and Eagles. He goes off to play for the Chargers, a division rival of his old team, the Broncos. Thought he would have came in and been a good veteran presence for these dudes. You know, I'm seeing other dudes like Brian Poole, Eli Apple, the rest of them. Just go down Adam Schefter's Twitter. You'll see them all. All these dudes are signing. And I understand we didn't want to go out and pay top dollar money for guys like Byron Jones and James Bradbury. Okay, I get it. Now, you're going to have to spend some money in free agency. We know. It gets more and more every year, especially with the new CBA. But just get some bodies in here, man. I'm seeing linebackers. Corey Littleton goes to the Raiders. Nick Kwiatkowski goes to the Raiders. The Raiders are stacking up. The Dolphins are stacking up. They get Kyle Van Noy. Joe Schobert goes to the Jags. Blake Martinez goes to the Giants. The Giants have now gotten two premier defensive free agents. They got Bradbury and now Blake Martinez, and they keep stacking up. Jamie Collins went to the Lions. Okay, you want to get younger? Well, Joe Schobert is 26 years old. Corey Littleton's 26. Blake Martinez is 26. Why are we not being more aggressive? I don't understand it. The way the Eagles are playing this out right now, I'm kind of getting scared. I'm kind of getting nervous. What is going to happen, man? Like, we're not even trying. Like, I don't hear the Eagles expressing interest in anyone besides maybe Chris Harris and now Darius Slay. I don't know, man. I was trying to wait to make this video to see, like, maybe the Eagles would go out and make a big splash trade for Darius Slay. It might still happen. It's got to happen within the next couple hours, the next 24 hours. By the time I wake up, I'm hoping that I wake up and see breaking news. Eagles go and trade for Darius Slay. I don't know how much it's going to be to give up to get him, but we haven't had a lockdown corner since Asante Samuel. We haven't had a true playmaking, consistent linebacker like Jeremiah Trotter. I give Nigel Bradham his credit, but he was no Jeremiah Trotter. We need some playmaking dudes on this defense that will show up each and every week. I'm not too confident with the corners we have right now going in to the preseason, down the road. Avante and Sidney and Rasul. I'm not too confident in those guys. I see potential, but I'm not too confident. How many times are we going to have to go through this before we really see what these guys can do, or whether we just get them out of here? Linebackers, we have TJ Edwards and Nathan Jerry right now. Those guys are not going to be starting linebackers on a great defense. Go out and get someone. Just get some bodies in here, man. Corner and linebacker. Two big positions on this team that have been crucial for years and that we've been talking about. Go out and improve. Go out and make a splash. Go out and get Darius Slay. We've missed all day. We've missed, for the most part, the last couple days. Free agency is now open, and these guys are still out there, but, the names of these guys are getting less and less and less. Please, Howie, please. Go out and get someone. Just get some bodies in here, please. Let me know down below what you're thinking about this free agency so far. What should be the Eagles' next move? What would you be willing to give up to get Darius Slay? Let me know it all down below, and we're just going to stay tuned with this, and I hope everything gets better, and I hope we make some moves. Let me know your thoughts down below. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect.